Hey, hello, leaders. This is Paul Grau Jr., and welcome to the weekend edition of Run to Your Leadership Challenges. So today, I really thought this quote that I heard last week went really good, especially for the weekend edition, because it was a quote that I heard from Ted Lasso, and I'll keep it really clean. If you've read or if you've seen the show, it's not kid friendly in some areas as far as language, but this quote was really funny, and it's just generally a funny show. So Ted Lasso at one point he was listening to Nate, and Nate was kind of a water boy turned coach. All right. Ted Lasso kind of brought him in and started asking him questions and made him a part of the gang. Well, one time Nate comes in, he starts talking, and he says something that was really doubting himself. Coach was asking him if he had some ideas about trick plays or any kind of plays that might work. And Nate's like, well, I got a couple, but, I really don't know if they'll work or not. And Ted, in his Ted Lasso way, was like, whoa, sorry there. I have a really tricky time hearing folks that don't believe in themselves. And that was a quote. He said, I have a real tricky time hearing folks that don't believe in themselves. Now, he goes on to ask Nate, he's like, hey, you really believe this will work, Nate? It's a yes or no. Do you believe? And he's like, well, yeah, and Ted and Coach Beard, they kind of roll over and fall out of their chair, and Ted's like, whoa, don't be shouting at me, but it was a funny part in the show. But anyway, the moral of the story is we hear people that are negative and don't believe in themselves all the time. And we let it go. We just blow it off as saying, no, don't worry about it. It'll work. But we should really be addressing the lie that they're saying, the lie that they're believing, because that negative belief that they're believe about themselves is the real cause here of concern. And when you think about it this way, I really thought this was just a great message for the weekend, especially because you could share this with anybody in your family, friends, kids. This is super important for kids, especially younger kids, to really know and really have somebody tell them. So it's very important to believe in yourself. And it's also very important to believe in others around you, to encourage them. And we not only hear other people saying stuff that makes us see that they don't believe in themselves, but we listen to ourselves a lot of times, talk to ourselves negatively, in negative ways, trying to convince ourselves that we can't do something, or we don't know how to do something, or, well, they're so much better, or something like this. So don't believe the lies or the negative beliefs that you're telling yourself. And it's very important when you hear other people talking like this, man, bring it up. You don't have to scold them. You don't have to jump all over them, but do like Ted Lasso did. Make light of it and then encourage them. So believe in yourselves and believe in others around you. Be an encourager, not an enabler. Because ultimately, if we're just not saying anything to them, we're an enabler. When we don't say anything to them and we know that they're talking negative about themselves and they have a lot of unbelief going on, when we don't say anything, we're just allowing it to happen. And it's going to continue happening. So just bring it to their attention. Be an encourager. Hey, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy it. And again, believe in yourself, believe in others, encourage others. about how great they are. Hey, have a great rest of your weekend, and until Monday, run to your challenges. We'll see you.